on April 5th, 2024, this past Friday, Mustafa Aljazairi, while being held at the Prince William County Adult Detention Center, was sitting in his cell when three officers, Officer Jessica Salas, Sergeant Chelsea Darling, and Sergeant Clifton Leathers, they entered his cell, placed him in handcuffs, and began to assault him. They began to threaten him. They pushed him against the wall in handcuffs, and Sergeant Leathers told him, "I don't give a fuck about you, your brother, your family, your lawyer. You're never going to come out of this jail." And these three officers were inside his cell when they turned around and they kicked his Quran and they stomped on his prayer rug. Now, this is the holy month of Ramadan. Mustafa is a Muslim. He's fasting this month. And for officers to disrespect his religious items, his Quran and his prayer rug, for them to kick his Quran and stomp on it, and then turn around while he's in handcuffs, pour disgusting liquid on his Quran and on his prayer rug. This is unacceptable. We're not going to tolerate that. This is not America. For these officers to go into his cell and violently push him against the wall and disrespect his religious items, it's one thing to disrespect him, but it's something else to kick his Quran and stomp on it. That is hate that is unheard of in Prince William County. If Peter Miletus is going to allow these three officers to do that to Mustafa, that is disgusting. It's disgusting. And then the next day, Officer Salas is writing him up with Officer Outland. They're writing him up because he called her by her first name, Jessica. She got so upset that he called her Jessica. So now she's going to take her officers, they're going to go into his cell and disrespect his religious items. How is this acceptable in America? How is that acceptable? To pour nasty liquid on his Quran, on his prayer rug. And then the next day, you have Jeffrey Nordyke, Officer Jeffrey Nordyke. He has his meal bag. He has Mustafa's meal bag. He's eating out of it. He's eating his food while he's fasting. And then he throws his meal bag into the cell, spilling chili and whatever all over the food, all over the cell. How is this acceptable? This man is fasting. He's fasting. The bare minimum you could do is let him pray in peace. Let him eat his meal. Let him break his fast in peace. Why are these officers abusing him like that? He's waiting for his day in court. The officer lied on his case, and he's waiting for his exoneration on his court date. And these officers are not allowing him peace. He just wants peace. This is the holy month of Ramadan, and he's fasting. And he's being subjected to this disgusting behavior. Disgusting. These officers need to be fired immediately. We're not going to tolerate this. It's one thing to abuse Mustafa, but to abuse the religion of Islam, to stomp on his Quran, to stomp on his prayer rug, to pour nasty fluid on it, that is disgusting. And we're not going to tolerate it.